We will go through in detail on why cloud is having an upper hand and why there is a huge buzz for cloud in the market in this section. Let's compare on-premise data center hosting versus cloud hosting in Amazon Web Services or Microsoft Azure or Google Cloud Platform or whatever. First comparison is on the implementation and setup timelines. On-premise installations takes a longer time when compared with cloud installations since it's just drag and drop in cloud provider web portal and the environment is ready to host your applications in case of cloud hosting. But the same in case of on-premise, it will take a lot of time since you need to purchase the server, storage equipments, firewalls, networking components, wires and cables, set up the entire ecosystem in a real estate, and then you need to host your applications. So it is a highly time consuming process and cloud installations can happen in minutes and you can start accessing your cloud hosted applications. Then on-premise installations will come with a high capital expenditure or capex cost and high operational expenditure or opex cost, whereas cloud installations carries only opex cost with overall cost savings up to 40% in comparison with on-premise hosting. We will discuss this on total cost of ownership savings in the upcoming sections. I do have a separate section for it. In case of on-premise, it is always dependent on IT resources to manage the data centers end to end. But on the occasion of cloud, it will be taken care by the cloud providers themselves. Then, on-premise requires a frequent upgrades to keep up the security threats and latest technologies. But in case of cloud, it will be again taken care by the cloud providers and they are responsible for upgrades and any logical securities as well. The OPEX cost for cloud hosting includes everything. Then there is a high chance of hardware failure during on-premise hosting since hardwares need to be refreshed every 3 to 5 years max and there is a danger of losing data when the hardware refresh didn't happen and the hardware succumbed to complete failure. But in case of cloud, the hardwares are redundant, reliable and fault tolerant, meaning there will be redundant hardwares that will be available for all the production hardwares. On top of it, there is a concept called as high availability, where a similar set of hardwares are available in another region with a frequent sync between primary production setup and high availability setup. So, whenever there is a hardware failure in the primary production setup, then the high availability setup will automatically pick the request and start functioning in full. The user may not even aware about the switch from primary to high availability infrastructure. That's how it is designed. Then the fundamental concept of cloud computing is pay for what you use and use as per the needs. So whenever there is a off season, it is possible to reduce the number of servers with the flexibility of cloud. However, in case of on-premise, it is not possible since it is bought by the company and they need to use the full potential irrespective of off-season or during the season. Say for example, retail companies will process more transactions and requests during the Christmas period than during the month of April or May, right? So this is where we can see the full potential of cloud computing and its benefits. And the last one, in on-premise, companies may deploy support persons to manage the infrastructure only during the business hours, say like 12 to 14 hours max per day. But in the world of cloud computing, cloud providers provides 24/7 support and monitoring of resources with the help of huge pool of human resources. This will certainly improve security and it's easier to resolve any issues if there are any.